So we are discussing the dream creation. It is the waker's mind that is creating all padarthas and everything, including the jivas there. And because I may be having a discussion there with all the beings there in my dream, so I create, the waker's mind is creating all jivas as well as the environment, the room and the hall and the chairs and everything being created for the discussion to take place, including myself there. That means a local subject is also created. Now, each one of the jivas in the creation, in the dream, have their own body, their own mind, their own intellect also. So, that mind of the jiva in the creation is not creating the whole universe. So, one has to be careful which mind here is creating. Here we are only talking about the waker's mind is the one that is creating the dream world. And waker's mind pervades the whole dream world along with the consciousness, and that mind is also part of the individual minds in the creation. So when the satsang is going on in my dream, and the mind of mine as well as the mind of other people who are sitting is also part of the total mind. So it has to be completely clear here. So because in the next line it says tataiva jagratyapi no viseshaha tat sarvametat manaso vijrumbhanam. So tathaiva, in the same way, jagratyapi, even in the jagrat also, na viseshaha, there is no difference between that, there is no speciality of the jagrat. Therefore, tat sarvam etatu manaso vijrumbhanam. Therefore, the whole sarvam etatu, so everything that is including the whole universe that we are talking about in the waking world is manaso vijrumbhanam, is nothing but the projection of the mind. So this has to be analyzed at the two levels, from the point of the local mind and the global mind. Looking back at the dream example, it is the global mind, which is the same as waker's mind, that is projecting the whole universe. The cosmos of the dream is created by a waker mind, but that waker's mind pervades the whole cosmos there. It also creates the jivas with the individual minds in the dream. That individual minds in the dream is not a creator, it's only perceiving, and it may create its own raga dveshas in my dream also. So it has its own jiva srushti, and there is an Ishvara srushti. And the tiger is coming, and I may have my own vision of the tiger in terms of the jiva srushti also. Raga, dveshas, fear and everything will be there at individual level, but that individual mind is not the one that is creating the whole cosmos of the dream. Same way when here, Tadaiva Jagratyapino Viseshaha, the whole universe of the waking world is also not like, is similar to it, it says here, but similarity has to be careful. It says from the perception of the local mind in terms of the total, it is similar. So from the point of creation, it's not exactly similar. It's talking about we have the global mind that is creating, and the global mind is Ishvara here. So it's not I create a chair and then experience the chair. That's what is the Vijnanavada is. But Advaita Vedanta doesn't say the local mind is creating the outside the world. Local mind comes into picture in terms of the cognitive process and establishing the existence of the world. That we go into more details here, because otherwise it will be a lot of confusing, and people think that mind creates the world, therefore problems are in the mind, so go beyond the mind. In fact, he is going to clarify in the next few slokas, it is the mind is responsible for liberation also. So we have to be carefully analyze in terms of what exactly involved in the creation. From the point of waking world, it is not the local mind, or my mind is not creating the world. If my mind is going to create, I will create a better world. It is not my mind. My vasanas are part of the Vyashti vasanas, is part contributing to the creation. My vasanas, your vasanas, and total vasanas of all beings put together are called samashti vasanas, are responsible for the creation. Samashti Vasanas is same as Maya. And that becomes the Mayavi is a reflection of the Karana, Sarira of the total universe is nothing but the Ishvara, Karanam, Karta. So he is Karanam also. Therefore he is the total vasanas of all. And maybe interesting to know that because my avidya is contributing, your avidya is contributing, then Lord must be total avidya. That's not the way. Avidya has as tamas, rajas and sattva guna. For the Lord, the tamas part and the rajas part or avarana shakti is suppressed, and only the sattva guna is a dominant factor, and therefore he is sarvajnaha, sarvasaktiman, all that are properties of the Ishvara. So this has to be clear. So it is not the local mind that is creating the outside universe, both in the dream as well as in the waking state. In the dream, it's not a local subject. In the dream doesn't create the dream world. The same way, local mind in the waking state does not create the whole world also. Yet, there is a mind, a total mind that creates, in the case of both the dream world as well as the waking world. In the dream world, it is the waker's mind is the total mind that is creating the whole. Because my dream is different from your dream is different from her dream. Whereas in this case, in the waking state, it is the global mind that is creating, global mind with the global vasanas or the Maya, and that's where the Ishvara comes into picture. Therefore it is Ishvara Srushti, and we analyze what is Ishvara Swarupam also. All that has to be understood. Now how exactly we interpret here, Tataiva Jagrityapino Viseshaha Tat Sarvametatu Manaso Vijumbanam. So in what way we have to interpret this is when the mind comes, everything is coming in. When the mind is folded, nothing is coming in. Therefore mind and the whole are interrelated. So we have to analyze from the subjective point how we look at it, at the same time from the totality point how we look at it, so that these two are, there is no confusion in terms of what is required in understanding this truth and which mind it is required for realization. If I realize, with everybody will realize. If I am creating the whole universe, then everything else realize. So there is a confusion in terms of what exactly it means, and this we will go into the more details in the next talk. With this we will stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.